Chapter 10, Book of Loha, Grammy and Mom. A few years ago, I was going through a tough time in my life. I was in the process of ending a 17-year marriage, and my father had recently passed. I was left feeling depressed and needed somewhere to turn for strength and comfort. I thought of calling the pastor at Unity, but kept putting it off. Then one day he called to see how I was doing. I told him my father had passed, and he said a beautiful prayer for him. I explained that I wasn't interested in attending church, but would like to join one of their book clubs. He mentioned the Way of Mastery was starting soon and explained a bit about it. I decided to join and ordered the book, though shipping from the mainland to Hawaii often took weeks to a month. I told myself if the book arrived late, I would still attend. Surprisingly, the book arrived the day before the first class. I took this as a sign that I was indeed on the right track, and also felt in my heart that my father may have played a role in wanting me to join this new book study group. When I arrived at the book study that first day, about 20 people were seated in a large circle. We all introduced ourselves and shared what had brought us to the Way of Mastery class. The class became an integral part of my healing and helped me tremendously with my dad's passing and my divorce. Each week I was eager to return to class and quickly made friends with other members of the circle. The Way of Mastery lessons have had a huge impact in my life, and over the following months I watched my life transform in miraculous ways. The Way of Mastery class had been meeting for approximately a year when one day Ukulele arrived with another sister named Joss. Ukulele sat quietly during the reading, and then somewhere near the end of class she began to speak. It was obvious to me and a few others that she had begun to channel. Some in the group thought it was Ukulele speaking, but those of us who had previously witnessed other channeled teachings knew that a divine consciousness had just spoken directly to us via Ukulele. Over the following months, Ukulele arrived after our Way of Mastery class and channeled with us in what I've come to refer to as Source. When Source came through Ukulele, it would look directly into our eyes. Each time Source spoke to me, I would tear up, as would most of the other people Source spoke with. The messages were so full of love, and it felt like Source was looking right into our souls. A quote from Source. Those on the other side of the veil try desperately to share their experiences with you, and many here have felt them. You feel them, and they feel honored that you recognize them. Yes, they are living, just as you are alive in your bodies. Their consciousness is as sharp as a whip there. From Source. When I was 15 years old, I began having frightening experiences, which occurred when I was lying in bed. I was relaxed and ready to go to sleep when I would have a tingling sensation and then a feeling of paralysis sweep through my body. Each time this happened, I was unable to move or speak. The paralysis and tingling sensations kept me wide awake. I could hear what was going on around me. I could hear the television and conversations other people were having in the house, yet I could not move or speak. This always scared the crap out of me. I would pray and pray until it finally ceased, and then I could fall asleep. In the Way of Mastery classes, I learned that only love is real, and only love can heal. This information was on my mind constantly, so the next time I experienced the paralysis, I decided to try something different. Instead of feeling fearful, I allowed it to happen, and I sent it love. This time, I found I could move. I was still tingling, but not paralyzed. I moved my hands and looked at them as though for the first time. I was fascinated and extremely happy. This experience began to intrigue me. I wanted to know more about this paralysis I had been experiencing for the last 44 years. Here was something that had frightened me for most of my life, that I had so badly wanted to stop, which now had my full attention and interest. I began to look forward to what I might learn about this ongoing paralysis. When the paralysis occurred again, I scented love and instantly heard a woman scream in my ear. The scream then turned into a wailing and seemed to drift away down the hallway. I had seen some strange things and even heard some strange noises over the years when this paralysis occurred, but I had not heard a voice before. Surprisingly, I wasn't afraid, just curious. The next time I saw Ukulele after our Way of Mastery group, I asked her about the paralysis and the female scream. Ukulele didn't begin channeling as usual. Instead, she received the answers directly into her consciousness, like downloads, just as many of us do. Ukulele explained to me that this soul was a fearful woman who had taken her life and was unable to go to the light. She explained that I was a conduit for those across the veil. This was something I had been interested in for many years, although I had no idea that the paralysis might be linked with this desire. I asked Ukulele if there was anything I could do to help this woman. She told me to sit with this question and answers would come directly to me. That evening, I asked about the woman again. Source explained that this woman was drawn to me because of my life experiences, which included depression and contemplating suicide. When I asked Source if this was the same woman who had been coming to me since I was 15, Source said yes. I was shocked. That was 44 years ago. That's an awful long time to be stuck. Source then explained that time does not exist across the veil as we know it to exist here. Source then told me to talk to this female spirit and explain to her what I have been learning regarding my own experiences and lessons on self-judgment and expectations. I knew in my heart immediately that I could indeed help this female spirit. The next time the paralysis happened, I sent love to the female soul and talked to her. You have nothing to fear, as there are angels and guides waiting there to help you. All you need to do is walk into the light. As I said these words, I heard her wailing and resisting. I then said, "Do you want help? Do you want to find peace? Then go to the light. Don't be afraid. There are people in the light who are waiting to help you. There are family who are anxious to see you again. Go to the light." She continued to wail, so I became extra firm and said, "If you want to find peace, you must go to the light. You won't be afraid anymore. Do you want to remain afraid? Do you want to remain in fear? If not, then go to the light. Go to the light. Go to the light." It became very quiet. I waited a while and tried to feel her presence. Nothing. I asked my higher self if she went into the light and saw what looked like one white angel wing. The wing looked as though it folded around and was embracing someone. I believed she had crossed over into the light and was very happy for her. The next time I saw Ukulele, I asked her if the woman had crossed over, and to my surprise, she said no. She told me some souls still have lessons to learn here and are not ready to cross over, and we shouldn't try to make them do something they're not ready to do. Huh? I thought that was what I was supposed to do. Later, Source, via Ukulele, explained to me, "It is as though you were just beginning high school and then quickly sent off to university instead. Would that be something you would want to do? Maybe in the future, but not right now, because you still have lessons to learn before you will feel ready." What? Wow, this information blew me away. Source explained, "Nothing changes except you lose your physical body. You're still the same you, except now you're spirit. You still have the same emotions, the same feelings. However, no physical body to express it. With no physical body, then there is no physical way to touch with the hands or physical eyes for tears to fall. Source continued to share. She must explore more of what she is experiencing so she can help you and you can help others. You are no different from each other, for you are all one. What you hear and learn, you share with her, and what she learns, she will share with you. You will practice helping each other. You will provide her with the necessary tools so she will not fall victim to situations and can be a conduit to share her lessons with others. Later, I received insight that the angel wing I saw embracing someone was, in fact, an angel protecting her from hearing me as she wasn't ready to go to the light. The wing embracing her was letting her know that help is just a thought away. How sweet is that? I learned that she will be my ally for the work I wish to do here. Source brought her to me. I must believe in my insights and qualities and know I am making a difference on both sides of the veil. I will be collaborating with her and channeling her messages. She will bring insights to what's happening beyond the veil. Today I am teaching her non-judgment and to free herself of any expectations, to allow all that is unfolding as it is happening for a reason. I am helping her to bless herself and set herself free. Through my help and assistance, Source said this spirit will be able to embrace her experiences and not condemn them. She is my twin soul, one in heaven and one on earth. She is my soul on the other side. For did Source not say we live on the other side too? We can never be separated. Source told me she would like to be called Aloha, for it is a part of my name, Aloha, although everyone calls me Loha. And she loves my name. She is one with me and a part of me, and she loves me. Once again I asked Source if she had crossed over, and Source answered again with a no, for she is you. The light bulb instantly turned on. I finally understood. Through loving her, I was loving myself. Through having compassion for her, I was having compassion for myself. Through holding no judgment toward her, I stopped judging myself. Wow. The last time I felt the paralysis coming on, a thought occurred to me. Hey, wait a minute. I am Source. I create my own reality. In my mind, I told the spirits that I will have no more paralysis. If they want help, to come and talk to me, and I will do my best to hear them and to help them, but no more paralysis. And today, I am happy to report the paralysis has not happened since. As for Aloha, I know she and I are one. I call on her from time to time, especially when I feel another spirit needing help. Although I haven't felt the paralysis again, sometimes I do feel the tingling feeling begin, but I shake it off and I talk to them. I remind them that I am here for them and I feel their presence. I let them know there is no need to get my attention anymore by paralysis. I let the spirits know that Source does not judge. I assure them that everything is an experience to be experienced. Source does not label anything as good or bad, right or wrong, black or white, dark or light. Everything just is. And Source loves us no matter what has seemed to occur. We are the ones who place labels on our experiences and judge ourselves. I ask them to feel their experiences in their hearts. Feel with their heart of intelligence, for that is where Source lives within them, and that is where Source will talk with them. It is within our heart of intelligence where He can be heard. Source has told me that the souls who come to me are attracted to me because of my life experiences. These are the souls who took their own lives the way I always wanted to, but didn't. They are learning from the lessons I learned and what kept me from taking my life. They know I understand what they went through and what they are going through. They know I do not judge them. I feel so blessed now, as I truly have no fear of the spirits across the veil like I did when I was younger or before I found out about Aloha. I find when I share these experiences with family or friends who don't understand my spiritual path, they become concerned that I may have brought some boogeyman into their house and ask me to please take them with me when I leave. It's understandable, as I once felt this way myself. Yet, through my experience, I have learned compassionate energy for those across the veil, as well as those on this side who are yet to learn, as I did, that there is no difference between here and there. I've since learned not to talk about this new awareness with just anybody, and that's A-OK by me. We will each learn in our own time and in our own way. I have learned through this experience to trust completely in Source. All is unfolding just as it needs to, and at the perfect time. I trust that each of us is in the perfect place in this moment. It's all good. Before you can be a medium for others, you must serve yourself first. You have to be selfish with self before you can help others. From Source. Now Ukulele has her own weekly events at Unity Windward Church called Blending Body and Soul. Ukulele channels Source, and then Source shares with those in the circle and answers questions for about 2 hours. I feel so privileged to be involved in helping with this event. It's something I've always wanted to do. It's wonderful to meet new people each week at the Blending Body and Soul event and listen to the messages shared from Source. Here are a few of my favorites. We are love. Just be in the present moment. Bring each thought to your heart of intelligence with no judgment and no expectations. Allow everyone and everything to just be. Use our experiences to help others, and don't attach judgment or expectations to it. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. Amen. Much love to all. Loha.